Welcome back everybody to Advantage Tennis. In today's video we are playing Francesco in our Orange County Flex League round robin, whatever you'd like to call it. This is round 3 for that. I have one more match coming up hopefully next week. I don't have it scheduled quite yet, but hopefully the last opponent gets back to me here soon and we can get it scheduled and get another video up for you guys next week as well. But stay tuned for those. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you're enjoying the weekly uploads. Definitely shout out to Francesco for letting me record and post this video on YouTube. Really do appreciate it. Yeah, and a little bit about Francesco. He's, from what I understand, he's mainly a doubles player, but he's, dipping his toes into singles again. So. Yeah, he's definitely not too shabby of a singles player. You can tell he's a doubles player though, just by where he stands on the tennis court when he serves, a little bit more towards the middle of the court, especially when he's going out wide. And yeah, just you can tell he also, he wanted to get to the net as much as he could, and I think he could have even came to the net a little bit more, been more aggressive about it. But yeah, from us talking, he said he wants to get a little bit better on his approach shots. And he thinks once he can get a little bit more depth on his approach shots, he'll be able to come in and be more aggressive like that. Makes sense. You don't want to come to the net for on a poorly hit ball. That's for sure. But yeah, so that's just a little bit about his game. We can go over serve. He's serving right now. Both of us couldn't hold serve at the beginning of this set, and even it kind of continued into the next set as well. But we were struggling on our service games. His serve, he had a kick serve, but then he also had kind of a more like slicey serve that he liked to use sometimes as well. Nothing like overpowering or like with too much action. I would say I definitely missed some returns for sure, but I don't know. It was another like serve that I felt like I really enjoyed hitting the serves because they're very like consistent and whatnot. So consistent serves, if the opponent has consistent serves and doesn't mix it up too much with like different paces and different spots. It's really nice. Like later in the match, you're dialed in and you can really start putting the pressure on. And I think in games like this and with people that serve like this, I need to start scooting into the court a little bit more and taking the balls a little bit earlier. But yeah, nonetheless, really nice serve. Like right there, he was standing towards the center of the service line that he's able to serve on, and then kicked it way out wide to my backhand. So it's a good play. Yeah, my game on this particular day was, I think, I don't know, discombobulated, if you want to go with that word. My service game was really poor. I only hit kick serves the entire day because I couldn't even hit my kick serve correctly. I couldn't find a groove for the life of me with my kick serve, and if my kick serve isn't doing all that great, then it's really hard for me to risk it hitting a hard first serve because I'm gonna double fault more often. So that was a bit of a bummer to have to just rely on the second serve, and still I double faulted a lot. Definitely more double faults than I would typically do. I don't know the exact number, but it felt like a lot. I would say over or in the ballpark of 6, maybe even more. There was one game that I think I hit 3 double faults in a single game, and I was like, ugh, yeah, is rough. When your service game is not doing well, it's really hard to compete, especially at, I mean, we're at the 7-8 UTR level. Now I'd say even here, if you're not winning your service games, or at least putting pressure with your serve, yeah, it's hard to stay competitive. So, but I mean, we were doing the best we could, getting our returns in deep and keeping the pressure on his service game. So it all worked out. Let's see, what else? I thought, oh, this is a really nice lob by him. Yeah, I can't do much about that one. But yeah, I think also in this match, I took a step backwards really in like my progression, I thought, and the way I've been taking on matches. After watching the match with a B, I really wanted to like focus on not hitting so big, just staying consistent and letting the other player do the unforced errors. And we executed that plan really well, I thought, against Raymond. And then in this particular match, we just we kind of didn't follow the game plan all that well. I think we went for way too much and just didn't stay, just like weren't willing to play the extra point. We wanted to like end the points. And I think Francesco, I mean, he definitely had something to do with that, because by this point in the match, he had been targeting my backhand, and I almost wanted to keep the points shorter to give him like less opportunity to go after the backhand. But I think in hindsight, watching the footage back, if I would have just, you know, kept playing the extra ball, forcing him to come up with good shots that are deep into the backhand, I think I would have had a better outcome. But yeah, the slices, I thought he actually had like a little bit of trouble dealing with the slices, and like the low slices at least. But not all of my slices were particularly good on this day. I was kind of mixing it up with my style of slice in practice in this week, and I think it kind of messed with my slice a little bit. Like I wasn't hitting them as well as I think I could have. But that's okay. I mean, it's all practice at this point, so just trying to improve the UTR. Oh, just a little update on our exact UTR. From the title, I'm sure you can say it. I mean, it still says I'm a 7 UTR, but at the moment we're at a 7.72 as of right now. So that's not too shabby. We're working our way to 8. Hopefully we can get to an 8 UTR by the end of April, if we continue having as many matches as we're having. I think April to be an 8 UTR would be very doable. So we just gotta string a couple wins together against these 7-8 UTR guys, and I think we're right there. So that is very good news. So here we finally get on serves to start the second set. And I don't know how I came away with this that service game, because I think it was at least 2 double faults in that service game. And usually if you double fault twice, I mean, you can almost chalk the game right then. That's a lot of free points to give away, but we were able to come out with it somehow. And yeah, couple poor slices on my end, and I believe he's able to break me on this game. So yeah, terrible slices. Unprepared, very much unprepared for the slice on a couple occasions. That was a really nice forehand by him. Was able to get it back though. And just couldn't get the slice down. Couple top spin backhands to win the point. That's nice. Oh, and then we came up with that one right there. That nice little returned winner. That was really nice. Francesco gets it back to deuce. And another nice backhand, and it hits the net, unfortunately, for Francesco. And I don't know, it's a little disappointing to win a point like that, especially when it's a key point. That's always upsetting. And now this point is really funny because we both stare at each other because we have no idea what's going on. I call the serve in, and he ends up calling the return out. So let me know what you think down in the comment section down below. What do you think happened there? But yeah, and then so we ended up switching sides right there, and we shouldn't have switched sides. We lost track of the game score, and I think it was because of that serve in some regard, because we were both staring at each other like, what just happened? Like, he was thinking I was calling the service out, and I was thinking he was calling my return out, and then yeah. Anyways, so we ended up switching. Like, we kind of like met at the net and then switched, and then we were staring at each other. Or I asked him, I think, like, what was the game count, and I was like, is it 4-1? And I was like, I don't think it's 4-1. Like, I didn't think I was that far down in the game count, and then Francesco was thinking the game count was 2-1, and I was like, "There's no way. We had to have played at least 5 if we're switching right now. Like, it has to be up. It has to be 5." And then he agrees on that he's just up 1 break, and he was right that he was up 1 break, but I should have served on the other side, and so we agreed. I mean, at the time we agreed that the score was 2-3, but in reality, I should have still been serving on the side that Francesco is serving on right now, and it should have been 1-3. So we just switched too early, and then yeah, I mean, I wasn't intentionally trying to get an extra game. I think we were both just confused and lost track of the score. That's why you bring scorecards, I guess, right? I mean, that's why they have them. But whatever. He wasn't upset about it. I mean, Obviously, I wasn't upset about it. I was definitely confused, and we were both just confused. That's what it came down to. But yeah, so we make a little bit of a comeback, have a terrible volley right there, so we even it back out. We're essentially back on serve. Couple of missed returns, going for too much on the returns. Yeah, and that's just too clean by Francesco. And then a double fault to follow it up is not that nice. Alright, well, that's just about wrapping this video up. Francesco ends up coming out with the win. Definitely well played on his end. Definitely like the video as well. If you did like the video, comment down below what you thought about the match. And subscribe if you haven't yet already subscribed. I look forward to reading your comments and catching you guys in the next video for sure. So take care, and we'll see you soon.